welcome to Eurocine Expo, day 2 in Munich. Very hot Munich, actually. I'm talking to Dhanushka Gunathilake. Thanks for coming down and talking to us. Now, you've got a very interesting story. Sri Lanka, India, Tallinn, there's a few dots there to join. But I'd like to dive right back. And what got you into this industry in the first place? What set that spark off?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm thinking about it, I wanted to become a herpetologist. I studied biology and I was a herpetologist, and basically studying about reptiles.
Yeah.
So in a way, by conversion, I was shooting for one of the herpetologists, who has invented, basically who discovered a different frog. So then I was shooting and I realized I can make with the camera, I can do things.
Yeah.
But in the same way, with my background of my father's a painter, looking at the visuals and looking at paintings and seeing things there, light and compositions, those are common words used in the household. So then I thought of maybe not a painting thing, but painting with light, maybe a different option.
Yeah.
But I never thought during my studies that I would become a cinematographer.
Yeah.
But my life changed with this shooting this small documentary about a frog.
Yeah.
And then editing that and working with a crew. So that actually connected with my family's background. And then I thought this could be a good way to get in.
Yeah. So what was your route then? Did you go to college, university, or did you?
Yes, I studied in Film and Television Institute of India. So that's in Pune Film Institute. And when I went to the institute also, I did not have a clear picture, what am I exactly going to do? Because I liked filmmaking, so I joined it. But that the time that I've spent in film school and associating filmmakers in India, it's a complete different industry from Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka has a very small industry and India has a very diverse industry, commercial wise, huge Bollywood industry, and then non-commercial films are made and very interesting art house filmmakers also there. So that has changed also my perspective towards cinema and what should I do when I perceive these things from cinematography.
Yeah. And then Estonia.
Yeah.
How'd you get there?
All right. Okay. I mean, it's a long story, but in short, my wife she's a programmer in film festivals. So she came here for a program to study in Estonia.
Yeah.
I have never heard of Estonia before coming to Estonia, but my wife said it's a Tallinn. I knew Tallinn because of the film festival.
Yes.
One of my film has already been there, which I have shot.
Yeah.
So I thought let's pack our bag and let's go to Tallinn. There's a film festival.
Yeah.
But then luckily, I got involved with the film festival. And now, we do this Cinematography Masterclass at Tallinn Black Night Film Festival, which we call Frame Within Frame.
Brilliant, yeah. So that, it's an odd industry to get into, isn't it? Everyone I talk to has had a very different route into the industry. Certainly, on the creative side, it's so often someone in the family was a painter.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that and you unconsciously get that painting with light kind of thing, isn't it? And then often stills photography comes in it kind of thing. Certainly no one filming reptiles. That's the best one yet, I must admit, But so doing this masterclass, I think is brilliant because you pull together people from all over the world, don't you?
Yeah. What we do is we invite young cinematographers, young in the sense cinematographers who have not done a feature, but have shot short films, music videos, and cinematographers who are freshers just out from the film schools. So we open the applications, and then once we get the applications from around the world, we select 8 cinematographers from around the world, and then we bring them to Tallinn in November.
Yeah.
And then with the Imago Technical Committee, So we conduct this masterclass session, and also with the Aalto University, which is in Helsinki.
Right.
So they travel to Helsinki after the festival, and then they do another practical masterclass there.
It's brilliant. How long does that last then? How long is that?
So this whole program is like 6 days. So 3 days in Tallinn and 3 days in Helsinki. So this happens in parallel with the industry at Tallinn and Baltic Event, which the industry part of the Black Night Film Festival.
Right. Yeah. And how long has that been running now? How many years have you?
So we started this in 2023,
Right.
but the festival has been there for last 29 years. But we thought like in the Baltic region, there is not much focus in the festival side. There's not much focus into cinematographers.
Right.
Because in Tallinn, like we already have like for production designers, there's a separate masterclass called Black Room.
Yeah.
For composers, there's a masterclass called Music Made Films.
Yeah.
For actors, there's called Black Night Stars. And for scriptwriters, there's a script pool. Then we thought of like, why not cinematographers? Because we also give a cinematography award at PÖFF. So like, since we are appreciating the cinematography part, so let's try to like, share this and create a platform for cinematographers, because cinematographers are the most shy people. They don't want to talk. They don't want to go to the front and like, be on the stage.
Yeah.
But how the industry is changing now with a lot of co-productions, and cinematographers should be able to, especially young cinematographers, they should be able to pitch their work, like how to present their work. So it actually triggers with one of my experiences. Like in one of my film was in Locarno at the festival, and then I met a few filmmakers who actually liked my film, but cinematographers hardly travel to festivals. But there I could make this contact, and from that I could like also be part of like one of the films.
Yeah.
So these kind of like creating a platform for cinematographers to meet producers, directors, and pitch their work. I think it's crucial in nowadays cinematography, how things are changing and developing in the world.
Yeah. And things are changing a lot, aren't they? But I think the Margot Technical Committee is a brilliant thing, because it's sort of kind of crystallizing a lot of knowledge into an easily digestible and place and way of learning, isn't it? Because you never stop learning anyway, do you? But it used to be more of a creative side, whereas now technically so much is happening. With AI coming in, it's potentially disrupting, potentially a fantastic new set of tools, and it's to have that dialogue between you is brilliant. The program you have here at USNE Expo is amazing.
The most important part, like what technical committee also like what they do, like now the knowledge is commonly available online. Like you want to know how this camera is manufactured, what is the image sign, you can actually go through and see that. But there are some questions which we need to ask from the technical professionals. So that is where the Imago Technical Committee brings in. So they bring that science behind it. Sometimes the manufacturers does not tell us.
Yeah.
So they actually questions. It's like we see like, if I want to compare two different manufacturer brands of the same aspects, like the content is, we don't know who create the content. So we don't know actually online to find like, what is the actual technical spec.
Yeah.
But with the technical committee, when they involve, they bring all the brands and they do the compare.
Right.
So this is what we are trying to do now in Tallinn this year. We are going to test all the LEDs from different brands and do a testing with the Imago Technical Committee and the 8 cinematographers so that they can actually understand not only the technical and the creative factor, the science behind this light and how this works.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Well, the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us. I hope your talk goes well later on, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.